This is now the Jerry podcast. There were 5 seconds left, and those guys were being pussies, so they stood behind. So this is the Jerry corner. Alice is dumb. Make sure to keep this in. You're right.
So
make
far,
sure we speak loud enough too for it to pick up.
It picks up pretty well.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah. But like so far, what's like your guys' favorite part of today?
I like going to GameStop and realizing it was closed.
I like pulling out of Jerry's driveway and almost dying.
I like pulling it. I'm so sorry.
It's the podcast, boys.
You didn't like pulling into Jerry? Oh, so it was like a relieving experience to pull out of him.
Yeah.
You just wanted to be out of there.
It was
inhospitable.
It was like a release.
Oh god, the raspberry cum is so good.
Why are you getting it in the whipped cream?
It's already
gonna be in it.
It's a dip sauce. Oh,
Yeah, that's true. This is really good.
Yeah, it's nice and tangy.
That stuff's good.
My favorite part so far, probably when the lady said, "Enjoy your meal," and I said, "You too."
You know, you're almost like Jason. when we went to Panera Bread, and the lady was like, "So what kind of meat do you want?" And Jason was like, "Jason." He thought that she asked what his name was.
No, it's a dip, not a pour.
I just poured it.
What's
though.
the difference?
Pour gets too much on it. You need to share.
It's still gonna go on it either way.
I don't know what to call that.
What?
I don't know what type of flavor that is.
What?
Raspberry.
Raspberry and
Well,
lemon.
that's not what I meant. I meant like
Like sour.
tangy.
It's tangy.
That's what it is.
I said that already. I already said
because
it's
it's
tangy.
not sour.
Wow. Is that because Blake's a woman?
I already
Why?
said it's tangy, and you didn't say anything about
I
it.
didn't hear you. Well, I just wasn't listening. I was shoving my face full of cheesecake.
Okay. Whenever I call stuff tangy, Trinity doesn't know what I'm talking about. She's like, "What does that even mean?"
It's literally one of the best.
I've eaten the most cheesecake so far.
That's okay. Me and Alice like to savor our meals.
Oh, I'm savoring it.
Okay.
I'm just savoring a lot of it.
What's your favorite flavor?
Of what?
Jerry's ass.
No. Of food, Jerry.
We're publishing.
What's the difference? Is that not food?
No.
Are we publishing this?
Yes.
Depends.
Like, what do you mean? Like, type of flavor, like I was talking about?
Like this is like
Like
this is
sour.
tangy.
Ooh, that's a good question.
It depends on what kind of food I'm eating. If I'm eating a dessert, it still depends either way. Cause like, I don't know.
I mean,
if I'm eating like a dinner, I want savory foods. So like, obviously I'm gonna want savory foods. If I'm eating a dessert,
I can jive with tangy.
I want usually sweet. If I'm eating like a candy, I typically want sour. So it really depends on what I'm eating.
You know
Sour
what?
candy?
Oh, my least favorite part of growing up was discovering that there is now too sweet. Like, I can't eat things that are too sweet anymore, or
Neither can I.
because I used to just be able to down a bag of candy, no problem. But like, I can't do that anymore.
That's not even the problem for me.
It makes
Like-
me sick.
like
and
normal-
It hurts me.
Normal cake frosting is too fucking sweet. Like,
Yeah.
way too sweet.
Bro,
That's why
I can't really
whipped
eat it
cream
anymore.
cake is so fucking good.
Cake frosting?
There's whipped cream cake.
I'm allergic to it.
Oh,
Cheesecake's. Oh, oof.
Yeah.
Wait, you're allergic to whipped cream?
No.
no, cake
Frosting.
frosting. Cake frosting.
Oh, what's in cake
I
frosting?
don't think there's any on this because I haven't gotten a
It's not, it's
tingly
whipped cream, it's
mouth
whipped
yet.
It's a-
I don't know what it is in the frosting. It just makes my mouth
This
kind
is
of
a
numb.
really good flavor.
Don't die.
Wait, the
You're all right.
bottom is an actual cake.
Hell yeah.
You know how usually
Is it? Or is
yeah.
that the cheese?
No, because I bit just the bottom. It's a cake.
It's okay.
It is a cake-based and then a cheese center, and a whipped cream top. That shit got layers to it, like an onion.
It do.
Check.
We're going for more drizzle.
They drizzle some on the side too.
How about you drizzle on my dick, Jerry?
Oh.
I will.
We're getting the table like that.
That's okay. No one's gonna eat here. This is our table.
It's like period blood. Period blood tastes good.
What the fuck?
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't know.
Okay.
You sure about that?
Jerry would know.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
What?
I said Jerry would know.
Me? Would I?
You
Would
were
you?
telling me that story about how like you ate your girlfriend out while she was on her period.
Oh, yep. You know me with my female companions
I don't believe it.
that I've definitely had.
It wasn't really a girlfriend. It was more friends with benefits.
It was Jerry.
It was myself. I ate myself out.
No, it was just another Jerry that was a girl.
Yeah.
Yo, Alice, how often do you eat yourself out?
If you ate yourself out,
I don't
would
like
you use
this
a spoon or a
question.
fork?
Why not?
I just don't.
Okay. I kind of don't believe that hasn't been a temptation because I know that's a thing for guys, where guys have thought about it at least once.
Oh, if I had a dick, I would totally try to do it.
But you wouldn't eat yourself out?
I've seen that before.
Like,
You
ass?
have? No, not.
There was this girl that was like super. Yeah, she ate her own ass actually.
I don't believe that. That's
She
not
no,
real.
no, it was a video. So yes, it happened.
We're looking for this.
No,
boys.
we're not. No, we're
She was
not.
really flexible, so she like did the thing where her head went between her legs and she ate her own ass.
That's interesting.
No,
Okay.
I don't want to see it.
Girl.
And
Eats
just searches up
own ass.
girl eating up her own ass in the middle of city place.
That's what I'm doing. Girl licks her own ass. Porn videos.
This-
Pornhub.com.
This podcast has gone to shit.
Oh my fucking god.
Stop. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Your brightness is all the way up.
Yeah, it is.
Jerry Knuckles.
You know, this cheesecake is pretty good.
Yeah, some good cheesecake. How you been, Blake?
Pretty good.
Look, there's a
I
compilation.
don't want to look. I don't want to look.
Oh,
at
she
it.
vaped.
Did she vape? Yeah, I
she
saw
vaped
that.
in her own coochie.
She vape.
Coochie vape. Wait, what?
Stop. I don't.
She's
stop,
vaping
stop.
into it.
Stop. You're in public, Jerry.
She vaped. She took a fat rip of her vape and then blew it into her.
Jerry, this is a public podcast,
This is. Oh my god.
You guys
and
don't.
you are looking at porn.
I am looking at porn. Well, I was. But for our listeners at home, it's already away. We're going back to the cheesecake.
Jerry was also looking at live cam girls in Greg's office.
Greg wasn't
What
there.
the fuck?
But it was in Greg's office.
What the?
We actually couldn't find any that were doing anything because the way Pornhub cams work,
I'm pretty sure you have to pay them.
you have to
do
pay
something.
them to actually do stuff. You have to pay for a private room.
Otherwise, they just do.
They,
like,
they just sit
software
there and
stuff.
talk and like moan every once in a while, even though nothing's happening. So that was a bust.
Do you think?
I saw a video where one guy asked to see her feet. When she did that,
Do you think podcast porn is a viable industry?
like testimony.
I guess.
ASMR is the thing.
Yeah, but you're
Some
looking
people
at it.
some people get legitimately turned on. That's not always true. I know some people get legitimately turned on by
That's
ASMR.
whack.
I get turned on from like just moaning. Like that's just like a thing for me.
I mean, not really just moaning.
I don't like this anymore.
You don't like
I don't know.
you don't like the podcast anymore?
I don't like the podcast. I'm quitting.
I think we just don't like Jerry.
what?
This was a
Where
bad.
did-
This was a bad feature.
Where did this come
Bad
from?
podcast.
Why am I getting bullied on the podcast
You're
now?
not
Everyone
getting-
gets bullied on the podcast.
Yeah, everyone does.
Do
Did
that?
you hear the joke I told Jason?
What? Which one? The wood chip
I'll
one?
tell you,
that
yeah.
you never finished?
There was-
The wood chip one that you never finished. The fucking mulch one with no punchline? Yeah. How about you tell us the fucking punchline?
I've heard the joke too. I want to hear the punchline.
What's the punchline?
There's no punchline.
What's the punchline?
That's it.
Is she like, that's mulch? Is that the punchline?
Yeah.
The one bag
That's
of
the
mulch falls
punchline.
off the truck. and
Should I
she's
tell
like,
the Vincent joke that goes for like 20 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah, the Cheerio one?
The one
No.
goes
Yeah, you can tell the Cheerio.
Do we want to fill up 20 minutes of podcast
Tell the
space
Cheerio.
with the... Okay. I don't remember most of it, so I'm just going to
I
ad lib.
remember.
I'm having a burp that's like caught. And
Do you want to tell it?
Once upon a time, there was a society. It was like a
Like, have you heard
hierarchy
this?
of Cheerios.
I'm not sure.
I think were you at Extreme Summer?
No.
And so there's
I wasn't at any.
this plain Cheerio, and so this plain Cheerio, he's at the bottom of society, right? He's sucks. No one likes him.
Just like, I can't say that.
Yeah, no, this is the public podcast.
Exactly. No,
Exactly.
so one day he's like, I want to marry the princess. She's a frosted.
Is she a Honey Nut Cheerio?
No, she's a frosted Cheerio.
Oh, I like Honey Nut.
I also like Honey Nut, but frosted
don't like
Cheerios
Cheerios.
are the best in this society.
Why? Is it because they're circle shaped?
It's because they're lighter.
This is a...
Jerry doesn't like the darker Cheerios.
Oh my god. So this Cheerio, right?
I thought
he
we were
goes
staying
up,
away from this.
Hold on. He goes up to the princess and he's like, hey, you want to date me? She was like, no, you have to be a frosted Cheerio if I'm going to date you.
What if he frosts himself?
Yeah, well, hold on. We're getting there. So the Cheerio, he did some work. He got some money, right? So now he's a Honey Nut Cheerio.
Oh shit.
And so he goes up to the princess, who's also a frosted Cheerio.
Yeah. And then he honey nuts on
and
her.
he honey nuts on her, and then he gets kicked out of the castle.
Oh shit.
No, he goes up to her and he's like, hey, I'm Honey Nut Cheerio now. Can we, But she's like, you're still not a frosted Cheerio. I'm sorry, dude. So eventually he goes back into the city. He works his butt off. Now he's a frosted Cheerio. So he goes to the frosted Cheerio princess and he's like, hey, I'm a frosted Cheerio now. Can we get it? And she was like, okay, do you want to go to the ball next Tuesday? And he's like, sure. So a week passes. It's the night of the ball. They're out there. They're dancing, having fun. They got some Enya playing. They kind of hop, like, Veggie Tales?
Yeah.
It's like the Veggie Tales.
Okay.
I'm like already kind of laughing because I fucking know how it ends.
Okay, well don't spoil it. I'm trying
So-
to. It's like this is like Avengers Endgame right now.
So the princess Cheerio, she says to the other Cheerio, she's like, hey, I'm kind of hungry. Can you give me some food? And so he's like, okay, yeah, I'll get you some food. And he goes over to the chip table, and he waits in like the line for the chips, and it takes a long time. And so he eventually gets the chips, but when he comes back, she's like, hey, I know you just got food for me, but those chips are really salty, and I'm kind of thirsty now. So can you please get me a drink? And so he says, yeah, okay, I'll get you a drink. And so he goes over to where the punch bowl is, and there's no punch line.
I was actually laughing about the ending of that for like the second half of the joke.
This is the punchline.
It's
I have another joke.
okay. It's actually really not funny, but because I've heard it like 4 or 5 times now, it's just slowly gotten funnier. Just because I imagine Vincent's dumb face when I hear it.
Are you gonna tell the joke where you got caught on fire?
Oh yeah.
Is this
No, I'll tell that
the
next.
joke corner?
This is the joke corner.
Okay.
I think this is a subsection of the podcast called Joke Corner. That's still going.
Yeah. The last podcast was called Jason Tells a Funny Joke.
Well, this is Joke Corner 2.0.
This is the official joke corner.
This one will just be Alice Tells a Funny Joke.
Well, I mean, I feel like we could all contribute to the joke.
Well, everyone
I like-
contributed, but Jason told the first joke, which is where the title came from. And I like Jason's joke a lot. It was quirky.
Yeah, well, Alice's joke wasn't original, so
But yeah, mine was copied from Vincent Amadeus.
I mean, Jason.
don't credit him with the.
Jason probably got his joke from somewhere.
Okay, anyway. I got another joke.
Alice telling another one. Oh,
I got another joke. So there's this couple, right? They're driving home from work. And this guy, he turns on the radio. He's like, hey, sweetie, what do you want to listen to? And so his girlfriend is like,
Sicko mode.
I want to listen to Sicko Mode, just like Jerry Knuckles said. And so Jerry Knuckles, the corporate worker who's driving the car, he turns on Sicko Mode. And so they're driving. Eventually, the little directions on their phone on Google Maps is like, your house is here. And so he pulls into his parking lot, and it's really loud because he's right next to the freeway, right?
Why did he turn on his GPS to get to his house?
They're new in town.
Oh, okay. Is this the first time he's been to his house?
No, he's been to his house before. It's just like he was just coming from work.
Is it like a blind box?
A what?
It's like a blind box. It's like you buy a house and then you don't know what you're gonna get.
No, he had like a realtor and everything. Like he saw the house beforehand. It's
Oh, he's just not used to the way.
Yeah. It was just like his first day at work.
Okay.
And so they both get out of the car. It's really loud. And suddenly,
Was that the car?
that was the car. It broke
Okay.
down in their driveway. So they
I
get
hope
out of
that
the
picks
car,
up.
and suddenly they hear a right,
Like just like that?
just like
was that
just
the
like
noise?
that.
Okay.
Is that what
That was the noise.
Yeah.
And he looks on the hood of his car. It's all smashed. And on top of his car is a bag of mulch.
You see, the thing is, nobody's gonna get the joke because we're not ever releasing the first podcast.
That's okay. It'll be like
This will be unreleased.
it'll be
and
part
the
of
other
it'll be
will
part of the
unreleased.
podcast lore. Like Alice's joke will be like
If our podcast ever gets traction, then we'll eventually release just the censored version of it.
you know how many things I have to censor out of that,
It's
Jerry?
gonna
A lot.
be like 5 minutes.
Like you won't even be able to understand the jokes because so much will be censored.
I think you'll get the basic idea of what.
Well, like the basic idea of the joke was to be racist. So if I censor out the entire joke, you won't even know what'll
This was
happen.
Roberto. That's on him.
Well,
Okay.
not the whole
Okay,
joke,
not-
just
okay.
the bad. Just
My
the
joke
parts that we
is not
can't.
racist.
Roberto
Just the
said
parts
the
we can't hear.
N-words.
Yeah, just
but some
just
of them
censor those.
were racist things.
Yeah, we'll just censor those. Everything else, I think, can stay.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, just the word
Okay,
itself.
well, what about when Luke was like proving women aren't funny when Jason pretended to fall asleep while Alice was telling her joke?
I mean, he didn't say. He didn't say.
Well, I think women aren't funny. So it's
a
okay.
racial
Okay, so
slur.
we'll keep that. We'll keep that.
There wasn't a racial slur in his joke, so I think we can keep it.
True food chicken.
Someone say the N word so that we can't upload this.
No,
No, I mean like I can just not upload it.
that was my fault.
We don't have to say
I'm
the
also
N-word
done
to be able
with cheesecake.
to not upload it.
I had a good third of it.
That's not third. This is the third.
Nah, it's like a third.
That's like, yeah.
That's like a third.
We have to finish this. I don't want to take this home.
I don't
7
either.
inches was a lot smaller than I thought. Which is a good thing because like
I took another bite and I immediately regretted it. I don't want to eat anymore.
Yeah, I know.
it's really good. I'm just full.
It's
Yeah.
good, but it's a
Yeah.
lot. We've eaten like
I think we ate like 3/4 of it.
that's a pie chart.
Jerry, do you have a joke?
I don't have a joke, but I have like a topic.
Okay.
I have a short joke while you guys are preparing yours.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you laughing at? I didn't even tell my joke yet.
Joke zone.
So a horse walks into a bar.
That's unoriginal. I know this joke.
Everyone laughs.
Bartender says, "Hey pal,
Oh,
why the long face?" Get it? Because horses' faces are long.
I thought you were gonna steal Jason's joke.
I just spiked the audio by
That's okay.
slapping the table.
Roberto did that too. I thought you were gonna steal Jason's joke, the horse joke.
No.
Where he's like,
Jason's
a
horse
horse
joke?
walks into a bar, and everyone leaves because that's a dangerous situation that no one should be a part of.
That was
Jason's
actually
joke.
pretty.
And then Luke tells like one about police officers.
He does that before that.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
After that, Luke says Reddit, and then everyone just stops like laughing, and it's just awkward silence. And then Luke's like, you took that from Reddit, and then that was like the end of it.
Did you guys ever get into creepy pastas when you were in middle school?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Kinda, but I was really big in SCP, which is basically it's like creepy pasta, but like everyone writes them, and it's on a site, and it's like
That sounds like creepypasta.
it's basically creepypasta,
That's
but it's like
creepypasta.
it's like a facility, or multiple facilities that contain anomalies, which can range from some like a fork that's cursed to like a man that if you see his face, he will not stop until you're dead.
That sounds like creepypasta.
It's basically
What do you mean not
creepy.
stop? Like
Like
stop what?
he will chase you and kill you.
He'll
like
just
anywhere in the
follow
world.
you. He
Like,
won't
if
do
you have a
anything.
photo of his face and you look at it somewhere halfway across the world, he will break through everything in his path to get to you and kill you.
So,
There's
I
also
could, like-
multiple
What does he
games.
look like?
well, Jerry's never seen him.
That's
so let's look at it.
SCP-096. Well, I mean, he's not real, so I have seen him, Alice.
What the fuck?
Jerry is him.
It is I.
That's why Jerry knows. Oh,
So it's 096. His name's Shy Guy, and he's like very
oh my
skinny
god,
because
from
he doesn't.
Mario.
Yeah, the Shy Guy is from Mario.
And he's literally just bone and skin. He's
like
so
Jerry.
like
my God.
basically me. I was trying not to say really skinny because I knew you guys were just gonna relate it back to me.
That's unfortunate.
It's too late.
Both of them are sitting on one side of the table, and I'm on the other side. I feel like they're against me right now. I feel like this is a dangerous situation.
Are you like breaking the fourth wall of the podcast?
I am breaking the fourth wall of the
Are you
We
trying
can
podcast.
talk to the listeners. Listeners, what's your
How many
favorite?
What's your favorite SCP?
You know, after sharing the link, I have 5 subscribers, so there will be like 5 people that
That's
listen
one
to
of
this.
those is me.
Yeah, so there'll be like 5 people that listen to this.
One of those is literally me.
I'll listen to it later.
Alice, you should subscribe to us.
I was gonna, but then I.
I'm almost certain that all of those subscribers are people that were on the podcast.
I'm gonna
I
subscribe
mean,
with my school
Alden
account.
subscribed to that.
Oh well. Yeah. So what were you saying, Alice?
Oh, I was gonna say, what's your favorite creepypasta?
Mothman.
Mothman is not a creepypasta.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes,
He's a cryptid.
there were totally creepypastas about him.
No, he's a cryptid, not
What's
a
a cryptid?
creepypasta.
They-
They're different.
Okay.
Cryptids is like.
He was in the Minecraft creepypasta mod, so that means he's a creepypasta.
No, you can't base.
I'm looking it up right now. I
I
swear.
don't doubt you that it's in the Minecraft creepypasta.
No, it's in
mod.
the creepypasta wiki or whatever it's stored on.
It's also a cryptid.
I know it is.
First and foremost, it's like Loch Ness monster.
Yeah,
It's a cryptid.
it was in the newest Fallout game.
Mothman, cryptid.
I think creepypasta.
Favorite creepypasta?
Mothman creepypasta wiki.
My favorite creepypasta was Eyeless Jack, the dude that eats your kidneys.
Oh, I was gonna say that, but I wasn't sure if it would be captured in translation. I found it funny because I learned about him through a YouTuber, and the way he described him was funny. He like sneaks in your window and like steals your kidneys and like heads out.
I can't really say I like read creepypastas when I was little, so I don't really have a favorite.
Is your favorite Slenderman?
I didn't.
He
like
was a
Slenderman.
creepypasta.
What?
He was a creepypasta.
Yeah, I know.
I just thought about that. Was he the first creepypasta?
I don't know. Apparently, Mothman was the first creepypasta for you.
I mean,
I feel like Slenderman just got popular.
Yeah.
Doesn't
the
really
game
make
was
him-
really popular.
Doesn't make him the first, yeah.
One time I listened to an original song about Slenderman when I was in like 6th grade.
Slenderman, dressed in darkness and
That one! That one!
I'm gonna be honest, a lot of, like, actually, I can't really say a lot because I can only think of one other one. But, like, so some other games that I've played, like, that kind of try to go off a scary feeling, all just kind of feel like the same objective as Slenderman. They kind of have similar objectives. Like, I was playing Baldi's Basics, and, like, obviously it's a different game.
My brother
But
loves
like
that.
when I really thought about it, it was like, you know, you go around looking for the pages in Slenderman and all these basics. You're just answering the math
It
questions.
was
to
like
get the,
one of the first big horror games.
yeah.
It was like that, Amnesia, and what was the other one? There was one more that was
I don't know.
Minecraft.
No, not
Yes.
not-
Minecraft.
those
Minecraft
those
with Herobrine?
those cave noises be like.
Like, make the zombie noise.
I can do what?
Bruh.
What's your favorite Minecraft mob?
Enderman.
Yeah,
I like
his
the
emails.
zombies.
Yeah. Any avid listeners, be sure to email me at enderman6501@gmail. That has been my email since right before middle school.
Wasn't it like Ender? Just Ender?
Okay, or just dox me. That's fine.
What?
Okay.
What?
We should make a Minecraft server.
I already have one.
Oh my god.
Wasn't one of your other emails like Ender? Just Ender or something?
Yes, it is Ender, but I was trying not to dox myself.
Oh, what's wrong with
Too
that?
late. The 5 people
You know
listening
what?
know it now.
Please feel
The
free to
5
email
of our
me.
friends know it now.
Alden fucking knows your email.
It looks like the girl that's on makeup team. It's just the hair.
Probably.
It's not her.
I know. I realize.
Okay. We should get going soon.
What time is it?
It's 9:30.
I have until 11. Okay, we're at the Cum Labs.
We are
Alice.
at the Cum Labs.
Please speak about the Cum Labs.
Cum Labs.
I'm gonna face it this way so
Extraordinary.
Jerry can get audio.
Okay.
Okay.
So, the Cum Labs are where my parents work. Not actual Cum Labs.
No, they analyze cum.
They do not analyze.
They
cum.
analyze cum.
They don't analyze cum. Alice analyzes.
Alice analyzes cum.
And occasionally Blake analyze cum.
Yes.
Like you analyzed cum?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at it with my eyes. I didn't.
That's analyzation.
I didn't like take notes and or pictures like Alice did.
I
You
did
still
take
analyzed
pictures.
It, though. Alice took pictures of cum.
It
That's
wasn't
wild.
cum.
It was cum.
Actually,
It was refrigerated.
It might
cum.
have been a
was
little bit of
refrigerated
cum
cum.
because I.
Oh yeah, because there were swabs from
They
G-Star
were
bathrooms.
swabs from G-Star bathrooms.
That was all cum.
That was you're right. It was actually probably called cum.
Alice, next time you need to do an experiment, just hit me up. I'll give you.
It wasn't exclusively on cum.
I'll give
Wait,
you a swab
wait.
of
When
my
you
cum
took swabs, were they growths like that, or did they grow when you incubated
grew.
them?
They
you
grew
incubate.
when I incubated them. So I
That's
took
what
like
happens
a
when you incubate cum.
That's kind of gross because it started off with a swab. You probably couldn't see anything.
yeah. You totally couldn't see it.
Yeah, that's how.
And then-
It
that's
was
how.
real gross.
That's how cum experiments.
Wow, that's really how G-Star bathrooms be.
It really is how they be.
You should have swabbed the urinal that Brandon came on.
That is gross.
Okay, I heard that he masturbated in class.
He probably masturbated in a lot of places.
That's gross. Anyway, the cum
my ears
labs.
ringing.
The cum labs.
Um.
Don't listen to Alice. She actually did analyze cum.
So it was for my science project for my science class, right?
Are you sure it was your science class?
I'm positive.
It was Alice's personal interest.
No, it was a science project for her history class.
It was from my history class. Yes.
It was about the aging of cum.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
What was
She
it
goes to our
about?
school too.
What was it about?
So it was about the germs
Mm-hmm.
Of cum.
that
on
we
cum.
could find.
On cum.
No, on the G-Star toilet handles.
Which was cum.
Probably.
Did you get
But
swabs from boys' bathrooms or just girls' bathrooms?
Yeah, we got boys' bathrooms too.
Okay.
Oh, so there was definitely cum.
Yes. So, every day for like 10 days. It might have actually just been 5 days. Whole week. We went into the bathrooms during lunch. We swabbed it. And then later in the day, I would bring our swabs. Where was I?
You were at your parents working there.
Yes. So, every evening, I would come to where they work. I would come. No, I'd go
To the cum labs.
to the cum labs.
Hey, look at the name of that street.
Was it cum street?
No, it was Sophia.
No, so I go to where they work, and they have this incubator thing.
To incubate the cum.
To incubate the germs.
Mm-hmm.
And I put each petri dish in. So one day, I forgot what we were doing. I think it was after the first podcast, right? The one where we didn't record.
I don't know. That's Tuxedo Lane.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Can you corroborate my story?
Blake, did you see the cum?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
It was
so
like
there is cum. Blake just confirmed there was.
It was
cum.
like a yellowish color.
It was very disgusting. It wasn't specifically cum because it was solid and also occasionally fuzzy.
It was cum.
Was it solid? Did you touch it?
Well, it looked solid. It didn't look slimy.
I mean, you didn't like mess around with it?
No, I didn't touch it.
So how would you know? Because it could have just been like still slime.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid. But yeah. So I had to take these petri dishes out and take pictures of them.
Of the cum.
On the petri dishes.
There was cum on the petri dish.
It was actually venom.
It was venom. It was symbiotes.
Yeah.
It actually kind of felt like that scene, and it was the day that we saw Venom. Like the lab hallways were all like dark because no one was there, and Alice was basically sneaking me in.
I wasn't sneaky when I had
We were
keys.
sneaky. We were sneaky.
We were sneaky because it was scary.
Okay, you had keys.
Because you were looking at cum.
You had keys, just like the lady in the movie.
Oh my
and
God,
I wasn't normally there.
Wait.
Blake's the reporter.
Wait,
Yes.
Is Blake
The bacteria
Venom
touched me. I'm Venom. We are Venom.
Blake is Venom.
Blake got the cum parasite in him.
What's the most like half-assed school project you've ever done?
Is that a question to everyone?
Yes.
Oh.
Alice, you first.
I have it right here. Give me a second.
Well, Alice is still going first because her name is Allison and that starts with the A.
One time, for my history class, I had to do like a radio report about the Mexican Revolution. And it had to be like 2 minutes long or something, or maybe 30 seconds. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot about it until the night before. So 2 a.m., I'm in my bathroom because it has the best acoustics, recording this audio podcast from the point of a Russian reporter who loves...
Sounds like Jerry's project.
Yes, who...
Well, that one actually had a lot of work put in.
Well, yeah, but
I'm very happy with the way that
one
came out.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I recorded it on the audio app on my iPhone, and I edited it in iMovie, and then I uploaded it an hour later.
And what'd you get?
I think I got a B.
Damn.
Which is pretty wild.
Yeah, that is.
He played them all in class, and mine was by far one of the worst.
Do you want to see what I got an 88 on in Miss Brock's class?
What?
So we were supposed to look up an animal and its like location and facts about it and like its relation to other animals. Like,
oh yeah, I did an armadillo for that one.
Like its what you call it, level of endangerment. I picked giraffes because giraffes are cool, and I literally did it in the project before mine.
While waiting for your turn to go up.
Yes. I got an 88.
Whack. Hey Jerry Knuckles, where are we going?
Your mom's house.
Nope, we're going to your house. How do I get there?
I don't know where we are.
I probably already missed a turn.
I don't know where we are.
Cool.
Monroe?
We're at Pro Energy. I've never heard of this gas station.
Oh, this is unfortunate.
This feels like another state.
Go towards the school.
I can do that.
Can you?
Okay, so...
I think I can.
Okay, so I did this literally during the project before mine, and I just talked over slides, and I got an 88.
That is so whack.
Do you guys want to see it?
I
Nope.
mean,
The
the
5
podcast
slides that I
can't see
turned
it.
in. for my project.
No
Giraffe-
one can see it. It's a
Giraffes are
podcast.
cool. XD. You have pictures of a giraffe
Oh
with
my god.
of like, is this like them evolving or is that a baby giraffe?
Which one?
Is that like them aging or evolving?
That was their neck evolving.
Okay.
That is so whack.
And I literally just spoke over it, and I got an 80.
Did you draw that giraffe?
I did. I drew that.
So what did you like speak of over it? Like what was
I
your speech
literally
like?
just basically read off the slides and then added a little bit extra.
There wasn't anything to read off.
Exactly. How did I get an 88?
I don't know. I mean, we got an A on the political party. On the political party.
But our political party was well thought out.
It was, but when it came to presenting, it felt so half-assed.
What's your guys' political party?
The purple party? Were we the purple party? No, we were the pizza party.
We were the pizza party,
What's your platform?
We needed to have an anthem for our political party.
Wait.
And our anthem was like, probably less than 30 seconds long, so Mr. Lunsford had to play it on a loop. And it was the little kid singing, and he was like, "Who you gonna call when friends are there? Who you gonna call?" I forgot how it goes. It's like pizza.
Yeah,
and then
wait, I'm about
friends,
to
and
play
then
it, but he played that the whole time, and it was so funny, dude.
Yeah, and then Jerry went over our political views, and that was that.
I think we said we were gonna give guns to children
We did.
Oh.
because we were supposed to have a red herring or something.
Yeah. My most half-assed project was either the bottle rocket project for Mr. Allen or the egg drop project, also for Mr. Allen.
Who you gonna call when you want pizza there? Who you gonna call when games are there? Who you gonna call when there's an animatronic there? Come down to Freddy Fazbear Pizza Fred Bear.
And that
Who you gonna
repeated
call
over
when
and over
you want
again.
pizza there? Who you gonna call
And
when
he
pizza there?
just kept replaying it for the entire class. And
that's pretty
I couldn't present. I could barely present because I was laughing so hard. And then after that, I think we were voting for.
I know where we are.
Were we voting for like
I
an
don't know where
unofficial
we
like
are.
student president? or
We
something?
were driving on this highway before, and now we're in a place I don't know. We were back there.
Okay, I'm trying to focus on the
Am I
podcast,
able
but
to
we
get
are
to
for the listeners out
school
there, we
from
are
here?
actually lost.
But so my most
Oh no,
half-assed.
that's Congress. Okay. I know
Okay, yeah.
where we are.
So it's either the bottle rocket or the egg drop. So I guess I'll just say both. The bottle rocket I forgot about until the night before, and
Me too.
I
I won the egg drop.
I wasn't sure what to do. So I went and found some like file kind of folder things and cut them up and made a bottle rocket, and it came out terrible. But I put so many layers of tape into keeping the like tip on, like the cone bit. No, it wasn't heavy. It was just like I put so much tape and everything. I thought it would have stayed on, and then it came to like the actual experiment, and like some people were going. And, like, one person, I guess their bottle rocket was too tight onto the platform. So when they stepped on the bottle to shoot it off, it just, like, the top blew off and the rocket stayed on the platform.
Yikes.
And I was like, oh, God, I hope that doesn't happen to mine, because mine is really, like, half-assed. And I was tugging on the tip of the rocket. And it seemed pretty solid, and I was like, "Oh, it'll be fine." And then they put it on the thing, and then I was like, "Bradley, can you stomp on it really hard?" And he did it. And my rocket, it came off the platform, but the tip of my rocket went in one direction, and the rocket went in the other, and it went maybe like 3 feet away from the actual platform. And then the other one, which was the egg drop, was actually successful, but it was like way too heavy to be like viable or whatever.
I did
mine
last minute.
Guys, let's go to
I
Ultra.
won.
I kind of did it
Or not a strip
last
club.
minute. It was basically I also didn't know what to do. Actually, no, I didn't really do it last minute because I started it.
Yeah, it's 18 for a strip club, right? 21 for alcohol.
I don't know.
Because you have to be 18 to get like porn and stuff.
I guess, yeah. But so
would
when I
imagine
first
it's
started
the
it,
same.
I wanted to build it out of Legos, but that was like really heavy. So I made it. I found like a shoebox for like baby shoes, and I balled up a bunch of pieces of paper and put it in there, and that was my project. And I brought it, and I put the egg in there, and right after doing that, I was like, I really don't think this is gonna work. And my teacher said, I don't think so either. And they lifted it up, and they dropped it, and my friends were in the back chanting Satan because they thought that would have made it work for some reason. And it landed on its side.
Did
And
Satan save your egg drop?
it landed on its side, and when I opened it, all of the paper that was in the box was on the side that it fell on, so it cushioned the egg and kept it from breaking. And I passed somehow. But
I think mine won.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm pretty sure I did mine last minute. I just tore apart an egg carton and just shoved it in a little box and taped it together.
Oh no, Romina's won because Romina was literally a box of styrofoam, and that was really lightweight.
I think mine was like.
Bro, egg drops.
What?
Mine was
All you
like
need is
probably. I think
straws.
mine was like runner-up. Mine won. I thought mine won. I think mine won the class, but not all the classes.
Yeah, because Romina won all the classes because she took.
Yeah, hers
she
was
took
just like 2 decimals lighter than mine.
hers was really light because she took a cube of styrofoam, scooped out an egg shape, and just laid the egg in there, and that was her project, and it was super light.
Yeah, hers was only like 2 decimals lighter than mine. Mine won in the class, but hers won in all of the classes.
Yeah, but like, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Roberto like put hours into his, and it was like this weird structure of like straws that it was in a way where like if it fell, the straws would like cushion it. But they lifted up Roberto's, and they tugged the rope to make the basket flip over, and Roberto's like actual project, the little frame he built, flew out one end of the basket and the egg flew out the other end. And it was just a naked egg that just fell on the ground. And
Did it crack?
Yes. It was literally just the egg because his project flew out the other side of the basket.
I remember
That's
after we did the egg drops, a bunch of snakes showed up and started eating the eggs.
What?
Because I had the worst math teacher ever, Mr. Moody, who literally just didn't teach us. So I had to take intensive math the next year. And he used to like take us out on Fridays to like let us play in like the drainage ditch that's like a field. You know those like kind of like fields that like end
I know.
And he used to just let us play out there. And we went out there one day and there were just a bunch of snakes because of all the eggs.
When we were making the garden for Miss Cook's class, someone said something about like, oh, it might attract animals, and animals will eat some of the fruits and stuff. And she was like, can you guys think of any animals that would eat the stuff? And people were saying like rabbits and like maybe snakes or something. And I said homeless people, and she got really mad at me for that one.
Didn't you say you went out one time when our class was out there and you saw us raking dirt?
Yeah, because you guys.
Because
You guys-
nobody actually like wanted to work
You
on
guys
it.
had like what was her name, Miss Bruno?
Yeah.
So like all the grass died, or you guys pulled off the grass
Yeah.
and never put new grass, so it was just dirt. And like, I don't know what you guys were doing, but there were a couple people, one person with like a hoe and one person with a rake, and you guys were just like sifting the dirt around, and that was it. And I was like, okay.
That's what happened.
I barely got to work on the garden because I never did my homework, so I had to do my homework out there while they did garden stuff.
Oh my god, those
So,
people.
see,
Oh my god,
I
those
wanted to
people
work on
running
it,
across the street.
but nobody else really did and or knew how to. Miss Bruno didn't help, and then also the class was loud a lot, so she started taking away garden time, like as
What
a
the
consequence. So the dirt just sat there.
Not my fucking garden time.
Miss Bruno was cool.
No, she wasn't.
Most of the I
I
didn't
didn't
have a
like Miss
problem.
Cook either.
Yeah, Miss Cook yelled at me because I brought lo mein to school and I wanted to microwave it so it'd be, warmed up. Nothing wrong with cold lo mein, but like I wanted to have it heated up. And I was like, hey, you're like the only teacher here with a microwave. Can I heat up my lo mein? And she was like, sure. And then she's like, wait. And then she made me open up my container, looked inside, and she was like, what's that? And I was like, that's chicken. And she was like, no meat in my microwave. And I was like, okay. And then I left.
What?
Because she was like a vegan or some shit, and she won't even
Miss
have
Cook was the actual worst person.
she won't have meat in her
I switched
microwave.
out of her class.
I didn't like Miss Green.
You should have said it was tofu.
I didn't like Miss Green. Miss Green was annoying.
I didn't like Miss Green either. I was in her class, and she would just... The class actually turned against her on my side.
Wait, Miss Cook or Miss Green?
Miss Green.
Oh.
The class turned against her in favor of me because everyone would talk, and I would... She would call me out. She's like, everyone's talking because you're talking, Jerry. I'm like, what the fuck, Miss Green? What are you talking about, you senile bitch?
Did you say that?
No.
Oh.
But that's what I meant. And I actually got like legitimately frustrated because I'm like, oh my god, what do you mean everyone else is talking? And then everybody else is like, yeah, we're not talking to you, serious talking. Because like people actually got on my side, which was weird.
Jerry Knuckles, where's your house?
We're not there yet. And so that was cool because the whole class turned on her.
I had to write an essay because there were textbooks on my desk, and it was actually like annoying me because it made my desk like weird and like lopsided.
Mm-hmm.
And she also wanted to know where when there were textbooks in the desk, like we were supposed to tell her so she could take them and put them somewhere else. But like she wasn't explaining. She was like writing something. I made sure to wait for her to finish talking, and I was like, "Hey, Miss Green, there's like a lot of textbooks in my desk." And she was like, "That's really off topic. You didn't have to say that." And then she gave me an option. Yes.
Yeah. I was waiting for you to pass this so I could have you turn on Melaleuca because that takes longer.
She gave me an option. I could either write an essay about why that was really off topic and why I shouldn't have said that, or I could get a detention. And that was really stupid.
You know who?
What did you choose?
You know who else I did? What did you choose?
I wrote an essay.
You know who else I didn't really like? I really didn't like, and for a stupid reason, Mr. Swain. Okay, first of all, that man is a sexual predator. He slapped a girl on the ass, a middle school girl.
Oh my god.
But she was too shy to say. Her friend said something, but she didn't want to say anything because she was too shy, so they couldn't do anything about it.
That's a big yikes.
And that was number one. Number two, I hated him, mainly because one time I was in class and I was drawing something that I was really proud of, and we weren't doing anything. And he walks over to me, grabs my pencil, and like scribbles all over it. I'm like, okay, Mr. Swain. I got really mad at him, dude. Like, oh my god. That man,
Remember Miss Trussell, the reading teacher?
Which one?
Miss Trussell.
I
I had her in 6th grade.
think so.
And, I never really did her homework, so I don't think she liked me anyway. But one day, I was in the back of the class, and you know, I was short, so you couldn't really see me that well.
Is it this road?
And no, further down.
Oh, a little bit more.
And I sneezed, over to the side in my elbow, as one does. But like, you know, there was all these people in front of me. Oh, you're turning here. So maybe, you know, she didn't see me. And she was like, that's disgusting. You didn't cover your nose. And I was like, but I did. And she was like, I didn't see you. And so she gave me a parent notification for sneezing. And my parents got really mad about that.
I mean, I would imagine. You know what probably one of the roughest experiences at school was?
The kid that committed suicide?
What?
Oh, I remember that.
That wasn't even rough, and everyone got on like the bandwagon to feel bad for him.
Everyone like wrote his like football number on their
hand.
and
no one
then
knew him.
then the teacher was like, "You can't do that. You didn't even know him," or something.
They didn't say you can't do that. They were just like, you guys didn't even know the kid. I don't understand what you guys are doing. And yeah, that was basically the thing. Oh wait, was it the car that crashed into the school?
I don't know.
Okay, because that almost happened. That almost like killed me.
Blake almost got hit by a car.
There was a tree in the way.
Drove off of the road and like into that drainage ditch and almost hit him.
No, it drove over the railroad.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how the railroad is like kind of up?
Did you do a jump?
It hit a jump and rolled towards the school, but hit a tree. And no one saw it. What happened was it hit the tree really hard, and a huge dust cloud flew over that little walkway between Building 3 and Building 2. And I was on that walkway when it happened, and I just got like hit with a huge dust cloud, and everyone freaked out, and it was really loud.
Jerry, how do I
turning
get?
here. You're
right
turning
here.
here.
Do I turn
Right.
into the
Yes,
driveway?
turn into
Yes,
it.
turn into the driveway.
That's so fucking.
Okay, we're turning to my house, but before I go, the roughest experience was probably when I got the shit beat out of me when I was wearing the bag monster costume.
How the fuck do I get out of here?
You can just back out onto that little road.
Back out onto the road that's there, and then.
So I'm just
forward.
gonna finish my story really quick. So there we had it's like a ghillie suit but out of bags, and it was like I don't know what it was. It's because the school is very environmentally friendly or whatever. And I'm like, wow, I really want to wear that. Can I wear it? They're like, it sucks. I'm like, yeah, I know it's gonna be hot. I get it. So I wore it, and then I don't remember everything. You might.
You have
remember.
to have escorts because you can't see.
Yeah, I couldn't see, and people was like, "Who's in there? Who's in there?" And they tried to yank my thing off, and then one of them pushed me down,
Just like the lion con.
and then I got
Yeah.
kicked. Somebody kicked me when I was on the ground in the bag costume, and then I went and told the teacher, and they're like, "Well, I don't care." I'm like, "Cool, nice, relatable," but yeah, that was a thing. I'm out of here.
All
Goodbye.
right, see you, Jerry.
Adios.
Adios.
I think I have everything.
Do you? Do you have your broken PS4?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Okay,
Goodbye.
that's it. See.
Adios.
So, also in middle school, I had Mr. Swain for reading.
Okay, wait. How do I get out?
Okay, so you're gonna back, kind of turn, because there's a dirt road right there to our left. So you're gonna follow that. And then you're gonna forward face and drive out.
That's so whack. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but oh well. What are you gonna do?
I see it. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, hey. I could do this all day.
Yeah, you can. That sounds weird.
Thanks.
Anyway, so I lived with Haitians for a good portion of my life. And there's this thing
Is
that...
this story gonna be racist?
No.
Okay, good.
There's this thing that we usually use with some foods. Typically fried pork, which was like griot or something like that. Well, yeah, that is what it was called. And there was this stuff, there was like cabbage and some other stuff, and it was super spicy. It was called pickles. And I was telling my friends about it, and they were like, oh, I want to try it. And so I brought it to school one day, and I forgot about how strong of a smell it has, especially since it was cabbage. And so I opened it in the middle of class, and it filled the room with the smell of cabbage. And I had to throw it out the window, and I left it there. And later on, for some reason, one of the teachers brought their class outside, and somehow one of the kids saw a tiny little plastic cup in a pile of rocks and picked it up. And I was looking out the window. I was looking out the window, and I saw them sniff it and then throw it across the way. Do you have any wild middle school stories, Alice?
Not really. One time, this was during our lunch period, and by lunch, right? Because I lost my lunch. I didn't lose it. I forgot my lunch, and so I had to go to the cafeteria to get my lunch. And so I walk away from my table, which I was sitting outside at the time. I open the lunch doors. I see the assistant principal and one of the deans in a fist fight with this one girl, and she's pulling on their hair, and she's making a wild scene, right? It's full on brawling. And so
Was she winning?
She was 100% winning.
Beating the adults.
Yeah, and so this guy named Mr. Glaze, I think he was in charge of admissions. He stepped in. Really scary guy. I can show you this Instagram that someone made for him. Love that guy. He had to step in, and eventually he got it under control. But as soon as I saw them fighting, I closed the door and I turned away.
At one of the dances, I think it was the Valentine's Day dance, my English teacher, her husband, was actually going to be the DJ for the event.
That is so epic.
And a bit before then, I was hanging out in class, and I started singing Ocean Man to myself, a song by Ween, and she was like, wait, you know that song? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, my husband's obsessed with them. And I was like, oh, really? You guys you should play it at the dance. And so I went to the dance with a bunch of my friends, and we were just hanging out doing our thing. And, like, after one of the songs finished, I hear Ocean Man start up, and we all ran in the middle and started freaking out. Everyone else hated it. Everyone who was actually there for the dance did not like that came on, but it was a good experience. Also, my friend Bradley, who's like a skater, had like a big scab on his arm because he skates, and I guess he had an accident. And like he dove on the ground while Ocean Man was playing as like a joke, I guess, but completely broke off the scab and just started bleeding everywhere. And we all took him to the bathroom, and he like washed it off in the sink, and the sink like got blood all over it.
What the hell?
Yeah. I didn't see any fights. Actually, I did see a fight at the middle school. I was a part of it. There was also like a weird bird on the field at one point that had lost its head.
What the fuck?
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened at PBMA. A lot of weird things, specifically, mostly with like my friend Aldo. One time at lunch, we were walking back to class after, and like we were on this big sidewalk, and our teacher was walking really far ahead from everyone else. And I had like an almost finished apple, not almost finished. It took maybe like 10 bites out of it, which isn't really much because it's a big apple. And I wanted to see how far I could throw it, or mostly how high. So I threw the apple really high, and I wanted to see it like splat on the ground. And I threw it, and after throwing it, I was like watching it soar through the sky, just watching the majestic apple, and slowly I started to realize or picture in my head where it was gonna land. And I looked forward, and like that was where my teacher was.
Oh no!
And I was like, oh god, am I gonna mortar strike my teacher with an apple? But then she like took a slight turn, and the apple explodes right next to her, and she looks down at it and looks back at us, and she's like, we threw that. And I was like, oh sorry, I was trying to throw it in the bush.
Yikes.
I got really scared. Also, a kid walked across campus to put one of my friend's backpacks in a bush during class.
Oh, hell yeah.
We had like a lot of windows, like I've said already, and there were like these emergency windows that they opened because it was getting hot in the class. And I guess one of my friends was like late, so he was walking, and they saw him outside of the classroom, and they were like making fun of him or something, and he walked up and snatched this girl's backpack off the desk, walks across the campus to the other side where the fence is, puts it in a bush, and then walks back.
What the fuck?
And then the teacher made him walk all the way back and get it, and then they both got in trouble. They had to write like an essay in Spanish.
Why'd they both get in trouble?
Because I'm pretty sure she instigated it or something. I don't know. But like, they were both Spanish speakers, so they didn't have any trouble writing the essay. So that was that.
Bro, we should get a picture with the G-Star Lion.
The new G-Star Lion's gross.
Yeah, it is.
Like the old G-Star Lion, is that what you want a picture with?
I don't know. But this one, like, it doesn't look as crisp as the other one, you know?
It's not even that it doesn't look as crisp, its face is gross.
That's valid. I'm gonna stop for gas. Okay.
Okay. Do you have any cool stories? Any cool gas stories?
Any what?
Any
Gas
cool
stories?
Yeah.
First time I pumped gas, I didn't know that the handle, I didn't know that you weren't supposed to hold the handle when you take it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I spilled.
I mean, I'm sure that makes more gas come out.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So I spilled gasoline all over myself. And then my clothes smelled like that for like good 3 weeks.
My mom accidentally overfilled one time, and it just started spilling out.
Yikes.
But that's really it. Whoa.
We should call this segment of the podcast Late Nights with Blake and Alex.
That sounds interesting. that definitely could be a podcast, or it could be something else. We don't talk about that. Do we?
Sleepy times.
Sleepy times with Blake and Alex.
Is that better or worse?
I think it's worse. I think that's definitely worse.
midnight chat? No. 10 p.m. chat with Blake and Alice.
That's not as bad.
I don't know.
I'm running out of topics. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
See, I feel like a normal podcast would have like a list of topics that they want to go through, because it's more like an interview, you know?
We should find like a shtick that like is our thing, you know?
Well, usually we have more people, and with our teenage minds, it just kind of always evolves from jokes within jokes within jokes, and it just kind of keeps going, and it's really stupid and funny. But we just have 2 people right now. There's not enough brain power going into this. Plus, we're also a little tired. You can try. I'll pause it for you to get gas.
I have a story after this, though.
Okay. And we're back with Alice Brownie.
Every time I get gas, I'm afraid that when I turn my car on, it's going to explode.
That's how I felt when my mom overfilled the tank and it spilled. I was worried it would, like, blow up.
That is a perfect segue for my next story.
Which is...
Okay.
We didn't explode.
I'm not dead.
Not until we start driving.
Yeah, right?
Now we're dead. See, we died just there.
Oh, shit. Oh.
No route planned.
It's the parking brake. So, one time, I was with my friend, right? We were driving home from school. It was in her car.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't, I don't know. She just didn't want to, like, get out of the car for some reason. She was like, hey, Alice, can you pump the gas, please? She was driving. But I was still like, okay, I'll pump the gas. And so, I get out of the car, right? And I begin pumping the gas. And I'm like, I hear, like, a rumbling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck is that? So, I turn over to the car. She hadn't turned the car off. And the gas was pumping into the car. So, I open the door. I'm like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Did you turn the car off? And she was like, no. You're supposed to do that? And I thought I was gonna die. That's it.
I don't know if I have any gas stories.
Should we go left or go onto the interstate?
I know the way left.
Okay, well, we missed it. That's fine.
I mean, either way. I don't usually go the interstate way. Every time I go home, it's down this road.
Okay, well, we'll go that way then.
Down Congress.
Bruh. Full tank? Hell yeah.
I was trying to think of some gas station stories. I don't have any.
I don't really either.
I mean, like, one time we literally brought only a jerry can to the gas station because the lawnmower ran out of gas and we needed to cut Jerry's lawn. So, oh my god. Ugh. We brought the jerry can there in like his mom's work van or something. And like he, in the middle of like on the way back after we had already filled up the jerry can, he like opened it for some reason. And it didn't spill everywhere, but it like, you know, released gasoline fumes into the car. And we had to open the windows.
Hate that.
And Jerry be like, I'm gonna gas the people in this car.
Jerry Knuckles is wild.
Jerry Fuckles.
Jerry Fuckles.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
I really wish I started the recording for the last time earlier, because it would have added more length to the podcast and it would have caught a few jokes before then. Like Roberto's joke about the porn between Greg and Mr. Hopner.
Oh god, no. No.
Mr. Hopner dropped socks and rocks his son and something.
Did you know that Greg's middle name is Rock?
No, I didn't. Is it?
Yes.
Is it really?
It is.
Greg Rock Hopner?
Don't out his identity. You have to bleep their last names.
Okay.
But yes. it's Greg Rock Hopner.
That's actually his last name?
Yeah.
Or middle name?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Like, legit. That spells out the sound that the Minecraft zombies make. I love the
What?
Minecraft zombies.
Why?
I don't know. There's this video I saw of this one kid, and he was like, you know, slapping his hands against his thighs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy recording was like, "What are you doing?" or something like that. And so the kid, he opened his mouth to talk, but instead of talking, someone edited the zombie Minecraft, the Minecraft zombie noise in place of him talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, that video just gives me a lot of joy. It calms me.
I really miss like Windows XP memes.
Oh.
Those and like well, I don't really miss these ones as much, but there were the memes of like the Black Ops zombie sound effects,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, you know, people like screaming, and then it was just like the zombies doing their weird screaming sound. I liked those a lot.
Good stuff. The zombie stuff, pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the funny ones.
Oh yeah, 100%.
This is the airport we went to when we were going down to up to New Jersey, and like, it was for my mom's boyfriend's brother's wedding. Well, that plane just took off.
Oh my god, that's really scary, but also cool.
What, the plane taking off?
Yeah, those
Why is that
really
scary?
It was really fast. I didn't notice
Yeah,
it.
they do that.
They do.
They go fast. But anyway, so like, they sent us money to pay for our plane tickets, and we bought the right ticket for going there. But my mom had like her boyfriend book the tickets, and now she wishes she did it, because when he booked the ticket for the way back, he booked a ticket the day of the wedding, so we would have had to go to the wedding, leave, and immediately get on the plane, which
Yikes.
we wouldn't have been able to do. So we had to scratch that, and so we had to then pay for a plane that we could actually afford, which was not JetBlue, because that's what we would have had if we used the money they gave us, which we messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had to ride on Spirit, which
Never even fucking heard of that.
Spirit's just the not so good one. JetBlue was good. It had TVs. Mine was broken, but everyone else had a good TV.
Oh no.
And like free food and drinks. And my mom kept buying alcohol because my little brother was being really annoying.
It's completely valid.
Also, there were like inside the airport bathrooms. There's like this little kind of like button thing where you can like rate the quality of the bathroom. And I picked like the meh face every time, and I would like click it a bunch of times.
Oh my god.
Even though I didn't think it did anything. Like, what was I gonna do?
Makes you feel like you have a choice.
Yeah, you put it there. People think it does something, but it doesn't. It probably doesn't even send the results anywhere. It probably just lights up the red light to say that you clicked it.
It shows the captain.
It shows that you clicked the button.
Where do I go? To go straight or
The same way we're going. Yeah, just straight.
Okay.
You know, sometimes, or like a few times, we've gotten like makeup from X Cream. Like, one time I was a clown. One time it was like injuries on my face. And like, we wouldn't take it off until later when we got it home. And sometimes my parents would stop to do stuff. And one time me and Jerry had like injury makeup on, and we went into like a racetrack by his house. And the lady at the cashier like freaked out because she thought we were actually injured. And she was like asking us if it was real or not. And we're like, oh no, it's just makeup. So props to the makeup team. But also,
Team's pretty good.
I should have taken it off.
That's also valid.
Also, the fucking liquid latex is terrible.
Yeah, no, fuck that shit. Gets all up in your hair. Oof.
Oh, well, yeah, if it gets in your hair. That's why it sucks. Such as Jacob, which is how my glasses broke. And Jacob,
Yikes.
for the drill that we do sometimes for the fire department, he had like an injury on his leg, like a laceration or something. I don't remember what it was. And anyway, so he had it on his leg, and they like lathered part of his leg with liquid latex. And he already didn't like the way it felt because it was warm, and he could feel it like clinging onto his hairs. And after the event, we had to bring him into costume, pin him down to the couch, and have one of us tear it off of him. And he wasn't letting us. He was fighting back so much, and Luke was having trouble holding him down. He like got so much strength to squirm against us.
Bro, that shit hurt.
And then we had him wetted a little bit. And then we brought him back. And Jason was like, oh, I'll just slowly peel it off. And then he tries to tear it off, and he starts freaking out again and starts kicking around. And I'm holding him down, and Luke is holding him down, and somehow he got off the couch, and my head ended up between him and Luke. And like, I was like, oh god, I need to pull my head out. And I heard like a cracking
That's
noise.
what she said.
I heard like a cracking noise, and I was like, well, fuck, I know what happened. And we all separate, and my glasses come out, and one of the arms is bent in the wrong direction.
Oh no.
And the screw was not even in there anymore, and I had to super glue the arm back where it was, and that's how my glasses broke.
Yikes.
It sucked. But, I mean...
Liquid latex? Some whack shit.
Yeah. There's also the one that smells really bad.
I hate
Or
it.
which one is that?
I don't
It's
know.
just like some weird jelly stuff.
It's probably scar wax.
It's like this weird yellow thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It smells really bad. They actually gave it to me. I don't remember what it
Smells
was.
bad, looks bad, feels bad. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's really warm.
Feels like venom.
Our freshman year, I actually had liquid latex. Or no, I had liquid latex and some other stuff. Jerry had whatever that yellow shit was that smelled really bad. And like, I was trying so hard not to laugh because in the back I could just hear him yelling about how bad it smelled. It was just like the entire time the lady was trying to paint my face and like get little details, and I just hear Jerry in the back being like, it smells like ass. And I would keep laughing. And the problem with it was that it smelled really bad, and the makeup they were giving Jerry was applied to his face. So it was on his face the entire time.
That's real bad.
Yeah, and it did kind of wax his face afterwards, I do believe.
You know, every drill that I've been to, I've died.
Like you had to die for
Yeah,
the thing?
one time I had a head wound,
Mhm.
and I was dead. One time I had an abdominal wound, and I was also dead. And then I also had another abdominal wound, which I died.
I had like a cut on my arm,
Oh my god.
like down my arm, and I don't know. Apparently, I was categorized as like not that seriously wounded, and like they gave me like a green tag, and then one of the times they gave me a yellow tag, but I accidentally like dropped it, like it came off of my arm somehow, and like we went back, and I got up to the thing, and the fire rescue dudes were looking at me, and they were like, oh yeah, well, what tag did he have? Because, you know, I was supposed to just like go along with the role play thing, and I didn't really want to talk, so I was like pretending I was just like losing blood and like had a headache or something, because, you know, I was bleeding a lot. And they were like, what tag did he have? Or like, where's his tag? And they were looking around, and they were like, your turn here.
Turn here?
Yeah. And they're like, what's going on?
Oh no.
So they just gave me a new tag and made me like sit somewhere, and like they had like someone else watch me so I wouldn't like pass out or something.
Bro, those... You haven't done one of those in a while.
The drill?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's supposed to be another one of like a bus crash, but I didn't want to do that because the injuries on that one were supposed to be more serious, which meant two things, which was more makeup and like more acting, like screaming and stuff, and I don't think I feel like doing all that because I just don't like acting at all.
That's completely valid.
Yeah. There's like this barbecue place up here that my family wants to try. I'm not a huge fan of barbecue, but
barbecue's pretty good.
you turn here.
From here?
Yeah.
Okay. I should have gone.
I'm not a huge fan of barbecue, but it does smell really good. It's right there called Off the Bone.
Off the bone. Off the bone.
Peace in the streets, West Palm Beach.
Bruh.
We're putting up signs to try and stop all the shootings that happen down here.
It's pretty spooky, dude.
Yeah, I mean, pretty recently the security cameras that you see around were installed. They have like street security cameras.
Where?
I don't know if there's ones on this intersection. Yeah, there's one right here. So it's on this street
I
light.
can't see, but okay.
Yeah,
I'll
have
take your
cameras.
word for it. Come on, folks, let's go. Are you kidding me? Use your fucking blinkers.
That guy is.
Yeah, the other guy did.
There's a dude who lives around here. My mom calls him Wheels because he's always in a wheelchair.
The one we saw on Google Maps?
Yeah, he's here all the time. I don't know if he has a home.
Oh.
I don't know. Oh yeah, there he is. Wheels.
Oh, I love Wheels.
He's in front of that blue
Let me see
place.
Wheels. Ah,
There he
Wheels!
is. That was the turn.
Oh, shit.
I think
Can I make it from here?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll try.
Oh god, this is the sketchy part. Down there. I'm thinking of the way my road looks now, and you're not gonna make it from here.
That's real unfortunate.
I know what the end of my road looks like now, and you won't make it from this road, so you're gonna have to make a 3-point turn.
I hate 3-point turns.
Dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with them, but I still hate them.
These are like the two actual nice houses on my street. The rest of them are sketchy. I actually almost saw a fight on this street.
Yikes.
Like, I was on my end of the street over there, and I heard people yelling, and I looked over, and there's just this white lady yelling at this black lady, and I thought a brawl was about to start, and maybe gunfire. But nothing happened. They just walked away from each other, still yelling.
I feel like if you don't get mixed up with shit, you won't get shot at.
Hopefully not.
Well, yeah.
The people on my... Oh, I don't know about the people on my street. I don't interact with them. But a lot of people we've really seen seem alright. I mean, like, my mom has walked down to the convenience store to get stuff before.
Yeah, I'm
And,
sure
like,
a lot of people are fine.
And they were pretty nice. They actually stopped storing beer out in the open parts of the store because people won't buy the beer, they'll just steal it. Yikes. So now you have to they had to ask for beer, and they had to get it from the back.
Wait, asking for beer? What kind of fool does that?
My mom.
Oh,
Literally.
never mind.
This house is so messed up.
Yeah, just a little bit. Does anyone live there?
No, I hope not. I know no one lives there. That door is open wider than it used to be, so someone might have gone in there. Yikes. Or a ghost opened it.
No.
Damn, that's scary. The only two nice houses here are where the other... Actually, there's a couple more right here. It's where other...
That is so epic.
They're the only other white people in the neighborhood besides us.
Damn.
Which I'm not trying to say anything, but that's just how it happened to be. Also,
Yeah, that just how it be sometimes.
our building is a bunch of houses put together, and it has 3 mailboxes
You
on it.
you told me that.
I don't. And all of the mailboxes are black except for ours, and we happen to get the white mailbox.
Bro.
It just turned out that way. a little while after moving in, I was looking around in the dirt and I found some bullets that weren't shot
Oh
yet.
my god.
Alright, Alice Browning.
Okay,
Thank
adios,
you for the
sir.
ride. That's the end of this
Been
podcast. Look, we actually hit an hour this time. Look at that. Okay.
Reaching cross.
You know what else is mean?
My mom.
Oh, this is great content, boys.